Welcome to this demonstration of the Classic Shooter Pack for Unreal Engine 4. Let's take a look at its features. And first, our weapons room. So, we have our pistol, it shoots, it's empty, doesn't shoot anymore. Simple reload, shoots again. Hammer. Very simple, straightforward. We got pickups for the ammo, of course. Shotgun. Now the reload cycle for the shotgun can be interrupted. The pump action happens only when necessary. Double shotgun. Now the double shotgun, if you shoot and you have no more ammo, reload doesn't happen. And when you get some more ammo, reloads automatically. Same happens when we change weapons. Got no ammo, change our weapon, get some ammo, get back to the double shotgun, and it reloads automatically. And by the way, our fists. Punches work independently, so we can throw those punches simultaneously. The minigun. The fire rate is actually close to the real thing. By the way, and the monsters are already coming to get me. It's because they hear my shots. Oh, this one was dazing off. Plasma gun. And the bazooka. Well, we need some more aims. The idle enemy is set to display the damage done, and you can see that in the upper left section of the screen. You probably already noticed that we have the UI for the weapons ammo and also the animated head that grins when you get a new weapon and express anger when it gets hit, and extreme anger when it gets hit real hard. And we have the menus. We will take a look at those later. And let's take a quick look at our main blueprint. First-person character. It's quite massive. However, you can locate anything you need easily. Let's say you need the bazooka fire logic. There it is. The bazooka reload is right next to it. All of the weapons firing logic are here. And the reload logics right next to it. You can see weapon selection logic, on fire and reload logic, taking damage, armor, opening doors, the pickups, UI, pause menu and messages, movement input. All of this will be explained node by node, blueprint by blueprint in the following tutorial series. The only centralized point for the whole system, two integers, weapon selected and weapon will fire. We use weapon will fire to prevent things from happening when they shouldn't. So when we fire, we set this to 0. When we stop the fire and we are ready to shoot again or change our weapon, we set it to 0. And everything checks this variable. And weapon selected simply represents the selected weapon. So 0 for the fists, 1 for the hammer, 2 for the pistol, and so on. If we take a look at our components, you can see all of the weapons and the character's arms. All of the weapons and the arms are the same skeleton. They contain the bones of the default Unreal Engine 4 mannequin skeleton plus the bones for the weapons. The position of the arms is matched to each of the weapons in the selected logic, so you can place and adjust the position of each weapon independently, and the character arms will adjust to the position. This way you can alter character's arms and change them, and you can use any model that is rigged properly to Unreal Engine 4 default mannequin. We can take a quick look. The source files, the file for our shotgun weapon, we have the arms as well here. However, when we export the weapon, we simply need to export the skeleton and the weapon. And the arms are here so that we see the whole thing and that we can animate both and then run the animations on the weapon and the character arms. It will be the same animation. You can also notice there is a simple IK setup that allows easy animations. And you can adjust those animations and re-import them. You can also adjust the model for the weapon and reprocess the textures using the Substance Painter file that is also included in the source files. All of the folders are organized in a very intuitive way. If we go to the weapons folder, for example, and go to double shotgun folder, you will see we have animations, everything got proper prefixes. We got materials, the material folder, textures, sounds, meshes, and the UI here. And here are all the blueprints, the pickups, the empty shell. Going back to the main blueprint, even though it looks a bit complicated, it is actually quite simple, uses simple logic. There are no enumerators, no hidden graphs, there are no additional functions. Everything is here. So if you're looking for something, it is somewhere here. Of course, part of the logic is, for example, for the projectiles, the part of the logic is in the blueprints for the projectiles that you can find also quite easily. Bazooka, rocket projectile, blueprint for the projectile. All of the variables used in the main blueprint and throughout the whole pack, of course, are named properly and got proper prefixes. So if you need to see all of the variables associated with the shotgun, for example, you can see they're all listed here. And next is the monsters room. I believe I'm running at, yes, 120. Field of view. All right. Now the monsters are quite fierce. We will need a better weapon for that. They shoot me right away. Okay, so let's take a look at our monsters one by one. Fire demon. Here you can see it's coming at me, throwing fireballs. Gets a headshot. Now let's turn him around and set him to idle. We have 3 states: idle, roam, and patrol. So for now, let's set him to idle. And if I shoot close, it will hear me and it will come, actually not at me, it will go to the spot where he heard me. Also, if I shoot from here, he will not hear me. But if I shoot at him, he will go to the spot where I was shooting from. So if I manage to go through this room alive, which didn't happen, and I think I missed him. I'll try again. Okay. You will see it was walking there until it saw me. Okay. As you can see, we also get the messages, different messages when we die. Okay, we can also set him to patrol target points. One here and one there. And set patrol, and our monster is on patrol until it sees me and gets a headshot. Alright, here's another one. And the third one got me. Okay, now the shotgun shooter got the same option for patrol, roam. So roaming, it simply walks to a random point in a navigatable radius. We also have a moving target accuracy delay for both of them. Now what this means, if I go around, it will not really hit me. But if I'm not quick enough, it already scratched me, already quite a bit. You can see he's able to, yeah, in the end, he shot me down if you're not too quick. And this value can be adjusted. I mean his accuracy. And this is not, there are other variables that can be adjusted for the accuracy. And this will be explained in the tutorials, but here we have moving target accuracy. Also, if we take a look at the source files, we have the animations, we also have IK setup, and it is still using the default mannequin skeleton plus the bones for the shotgun. So this can be replaced with any model that is rigged to Unreal Engine for default mannequin skeleton. Oh, and let's take a look at the blueprint. So all of its logic is here. It does use an AI, of course, but the AI is a standard one. It can be found in its respective folder. And there's nothing. Oh, this is a numerator. This is a rare occasion where numerators are used. This is simply to have this visualized, not to have numbers for it. So this is the AI. As you can see, it's empty. So it's the basic setup. And everything happens here. It's quite simple, however, it works pretty nice. Also, this is now a pickup. And the weapon gives us ammo if we already have it. So let's take a quick run through the room again with heavier weapons. Okay. I missed one of them. And the next room is the pickups. We have simple health, 10 and 25, and these will go above the 100. So this is the mega health. It gives you 100 and goes to a maximum of 200. This gives you 1, this 5, up to 200. The armor. These will give you 5 with the limit to 200. You can see that we have an appropriate icon displayed, and it disappears once we have no armor left. Okay. Now when we get the green armor, we have the green armor displayed, and it gives us 25 of armor. This gives you 50, and the limit for those 100 was 100. These goes over to 200, and they have different armor ratings. Now the helmet, the green and the yellow armor gives you the armor rating of 3, and the red and the blue one armor rating of 2. This means that the damage is divided by 2, by these two, and the rest will divide the armor by 3. Now so when you have this, you have the armor rating of 3, and when you get the red armor, you get the armor rating of 2. Now it will go backwards only if the amount of armor that we have currently is less than the amount of the armor that is given by the pickup. So now we have 100, we cannot take this at all. If we get damaged and we have now we can take it, but it's still the red armor. And now, okay, we have 17, and this gives us 25. So this will change it, and you can see now we have green armor displayed, and the armor rating is 3 now. The next is invulnerability sphere. Now the monsters cannot really kill me. Well, now they can. There we have another one, and when we take it, it spawns the enemies. And the last item is... oh no, let's do it this way. The Berserk. It gives us 100 health, up to 100 maximum. Changes our weapon to fists. We move faster. Also we hit harder. And also we regenerate. Also, you might have noticed that when we take it, we get animation for the eyes. When we get this, we have them glowing in the golden color. And the sphere overrides. However, when it starts blinking, you can see that the red color is displayed beneath. So if we do this again, this is 10 seconds. This can be easily adjusted. This is 15 seconds. If we take this and this, after a while, our sphere makes the eye blink, and we got the message that the effect is wearing off. And now the red color is blinking with the message. So also we have messages for each of the pickup in the lower left screen. And next is our doors room. You can see this opens automatically and closes and then opens again. All of these doors and this lift is the same blueprint. Now it may look not smooth. It's because I'm recording, so it's lagging a bit. It's actually really smooth. This is a simple door, and you can see I can close it by raycasting to an empty frame. So if I'm trying to open it pointing away, nothing happens until I start hitting it. There's an empty trigger volume inside. These doors are locked. And we have the pickups for the keys, and they are being displayed in the lower left corner of the screen. Okay. Here we have switch. Basically it's the same thing, only this one we need to activate. And this one we can simply touch or shoot at it. A teleport. Two types of teleports. Now this one is also a trigger for the wall. We will take a look at the objects mover in a second. So you can see the direction and the momentum is being kept. So if I'm going at full speed, I will exit there at full speed in the same direction. And this one will stop me, and I will be pointing always. You see the direction. I should change it, by the way. Probably so. So no matter at what direction I enter this one, I will appear facing based on the rotation of the target point. This can be set up also very fast. You select the teleport and you have the target point to select. So you drag a target point, select the teleport, and like so. And this one, let's see where it is pointing there. So I will appear in that direction. As you can see, okay, I keep forgetting this. This has to be a little bit up. Or even if you press and drop it, now this will work. But if you drag it like this, it's for some reason it sinks a little bit. Okay. Now it works correctly. And next, the object movers. This one uses an object mover, and this too. Let's take a look at what it can do. Let's say that we want to move this entire wall down when we get here, for example. We take our objects mover here, we set the self trigger, it's the box inside, the yellow box, and we can scale it like this, and we simply need to specify the actors. And by the way, let's transfer our spawn point inside the room, also so that the monsters wouldn't come after me. And now, okay, these objects also need to be set to movable. And now, as you can see, they move down. So you simply have to check that the objects are movable objects, and the object mover will move them. Also, it can rotate them, of course, like 45 degrees. Also, we can have two directions. So first it will move there, and then it will go up, I don't know, 1000, and it will rotate even further. The rotation point, by the way, is this. So this is the pivot point of for the rotation of the objects. So first it goes like this, and then it goes up to the rotation, back to that rotation. Because this is 0, right? Oh, the rotation. Okay. Okay. Also, once we enter a target point, the direction for the movement will be overridden. So now it will move first here, then here. Again, the pivot point is this. We can move it there, for example. However, we need this to be triggered here, right? So we can disable the self trigger and add trigger volume. Trigger volume. Come on. There. Now we select our object mover and select our trigger. And now, first it will move here, and then it will move here. And the rotation is still applied. We can make it move real fast. As you can see, it's already there. So we have the control for the speed, and we can also loop it. Oh, let's make it something like 2 seconds or 1.5. We can also add a delay for the loop. Let's say half a second. This way, it'll stop at each point for half a second. We can also, instead of using the trigger, it will warn me that it is being used by the object mover. We can also use a switch. The switch can be used for all of the doors and the object mover, and it also can activate the teleport. So let's get a switch. The level assets, we have switches. We put a switch here. And we will do this. We will deactivate this teleport. And here we have a teleport to specify. And we will also add the object mover, which is there. Come on. And now the trigger volume is gone, right? And the teleport doesn't work. We turn it on, and as you can see, our walls are dancing and the teleport is working. We can also turn it off, but by default it is set to you cannot turn it off by default, so you have to specify that it can be switched off. You can also add a delay, after which it will close automatically. And you can also lock it to a key. So after a while, you see it switched off automatically. You can do this manually also. Also, you can make a sliding panel, of course, and it is actually quite smooth. It's just the lag that I have because of the recording. Same thing. And I think I forgot to mention that, well, let's put it here. We will make this thing rotate 45 to minus 45, quite fast, in a loop. We can also we can move any actor, which means we can even move the characters. As you can see, I mean, they're not supposed to. Also, it's going down. This should be 0. Yeah. They're doing crazy dance. Still managed to kill me though. the movement is disabled when it dies, so it didn't go for the crazy dance. And finally, the menus. So we have our pause menu that pauses the game. We can resume. We can exit to main menu. We can go to options, new game. We can quit. And we have game options, graphics, and sound. We can adjust the music volume, the FX volume, and the master volume. In the graphics, we have resolutions to pick. We get the display of current resolution. We have resolution scale, post-processing, anti-aliasing, shadow quality, and frame rate. And we also have we also have the game options where we change crosshair style. We can change its color. We can change the mouse sensitivity, field of view, and we can have these options for auto switch weapons. So when you try to shoot a weapon that doesn't have any more ammo left, it will switch weapons. We can also have an auto reload, and we can have the bazooka excluded from the auto switch cycle. Now, as you can see, my field of view is 120. Everything is displayed correctly. And also, all of the settings are actually being saved. So one thing that is missing from the pack that I originally intended to include the system for the save games. And a convenient system for the save games would actually deserve a dedicated asset pack, as it is quite complex. And I've also noticed that there is an add-on on the market that might do the thing. I haven't tested it yet, but the demonstration is very promising. Same for binding the keys. There is, I believe it is a free add-on that allows key mapping, and the links for those packs will be in the description for the video. Again, I haven't tested those yet, but I think they are worth to look into. However, the menus are taken care of. All of our options are saved. And finally, there is a switch inside. The monsters room is the same switch, only it is switched to finish the level. Level clear. And if I press any key, we get the monsters count. Well, I managed to kill one on the way with a headshot. Items 0 and secrets 0. So if I press another key, it does not restart the level. It actually loads the level that you can specify. So in the switch, it simply moves those objects that wall down currently. But we can turn it into a switch that finishes the level here. Simply switch it on and type in the name of the level. So if I type in it will now finish the level and transfer me to this level. Just for the test, we can type in our main menu level, and it transfers us to the main level. Now the items and secrets count, and the secrets, if I haven't shown this yet, here is an example. That was another example. There are 3 of them on the level. Now we have 66 found, and with the pickups, so you don't really have to set anything up. You don't have to do anything for the items to be calculated or the monsters. It's a simple formula that is inside the widget blueprint that appears, and each of the objects inside adds to the count. So if we look at the blueprint of the fire demon, for example, here it adds to the monsters count inside of the main blueprint, and then when we kill it, it adds to the count of the monsters killed. Same for the pickups and secrets. They add first to the count of items to pick or secrets to found, and then when you have found the secret or picked up the item, they add to the count of items picked up, secrets found. And then in the end, simple formula calculates the percentage and gives us the result. And also the shotguns that are on the ground, when we kill the shotgun shooter, they also get the count when they become available. So after we kill the shotgun shooter, we have an additional item to pick. So I picked 2 items and it's 7%. Oh, it's 3%. 7% of the monsters I killed. I hope you have enjoyed the demo, and I can't wait to enjoy the games that you're gonna make with the Classic Shooter Pack.